is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, January 26th edition of the Press Box. All brought to you by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Your boy Naughty along with Statboy and your company right up until 1 p.m. We'll be joined in short order by Mega, and Clint J should be joining us in the 12 o'clock hour. Earl the Pearl traveling again. 2 back-to-back weeks for funerals. He'll be back in short order. He'll be back on Talking Heads this week, but obviously next week for the Press Box, and our thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to Purdy and his family. But like I said, great show lined up for you today. And if you're planning on playing the games, parlaying the parlay, the only place to do it is the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. In addition to that, also being brought to you by Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. Now, both of those great locations have the games going on for you today, AFC and NFC Championship games. Great menus, great Bud Light specials, great wing specials, and of course, both those locations will be having their own Super Bowl parties. And speaking of Bud Light, that is the official beer of the NFL, and it is all about the monster, huge, ginormous Super Bowl party at the club with Bud Light. Crazy giveaways, performing artists, the whole game, beer specials throughout, Bud Light giveaways. It's going to be off the chain. You know how they do it at the cricket club, the whole entire field. So that's going down for Super Bowl Sunday. All right? So I just wanted to get, that out there for fans on where to catch the big game. You got your options, all right? Now, we will talk about the AFC and NFC Championship games coming up. But more importantly, before we get there, we got season news in Major League Baseball. We got to check out the NBA. And, of course, text in and be part of the conversation. Here's how. Text lines powered by BTC for 6. That's 422-479. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720. 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day. Right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll jump into the first hour. We'll talk Major League Baseball. We'll talk NBA. And we'll get you ready for the big AFC, NFC Championships games coming up this afternoon. All right, a full day of football. And like I said, we got lots to talk about, lots to break down in the NFL, not just the games. Coaching carousel going on in the offseason. We'll get you up to date on the latest head coach hiring, some of the more prominent offense and defensive coordinator position hirings, and some draft news as well. And, of course, we'll highlight today's AFC and NFC Championship games coming up. All right, that's all coming up in this fully loaded edition, this Sunday, January 26th edition of Talking Heads, brought to you, of course, by The Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. Continues right after this. Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Wait, you know what going down tomorrow?
No, babe, what happening?
Joe bringing these knives to school? He could do Junior in.
For what?
Wait, he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know, Junior don't back down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you want?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
All right, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how did I boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the calls go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pin from them, and they can claim a reward later using that same pin.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Calls 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Bahamas, the ultimate Bud Light football experience. Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the press box, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And obviously, combo off today. Before we get into the end of baseball, the offseason news, as well as the NBA. So before we get to the NBA, let's jump on in with Major League Baseball. Couple of moves this week as well. Peralta on the move, traded to
Where did he get? He go to Milwaukee?
no, he was traded from
with
Milwaukee, I think, to the Mets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The Dodgers were on the radar, but some Mets and short him up. But we'll break it.
Dodgers don't need him anyway. Dodgers are too loaded as is.
Guardians extend Ramirez through 2023. Through 2032.
Yeah. Oh, 32. Okay.
All right. Sources: Chicago White Sox and pitcher Dominguez reach a $20 million deal agreement. The Twins signed left-hander Rogers and catcher Caratini, and that's two key parts of their rotation right there. Young catcher coming up and Rogers. I think the Twins might be a silent powerhouse in that American League Central this year. They've made some moves, and they've had some younger players mature that they've brought up through the farm system into their second and third year in the majors out of the farm system. I think that they've acclimatized themselves well in that division. Keep an eye on the Twins this year. Now, they had a 5-for-1 trade yesterday in baseball. The Texas Rangers have acquired all-star left-hander Mackenzie Gore and a 5-for-1 Nationals. In exchange for Gore, who turns 27 in February, the Nationals received a handful of prospects from the Rangers, including 18-year-old third baseman Gavin Fine, who was the 12th overall pick in last year's amateur draft. Gore, who has 2 years of team control left, will make an estimated $4.7 million in 2026 and could help the front end of the Rangers' rotation. After an all-star first half for the Nationals in 2025, 7.5 ERA in the second half, and finished the season at 5-15 with a 4.17 ERA, 185 strikeouts in 159 innings. I think that he got a little bit of reclamation project written over him there going to Texas.
I think so. Texas.
Now, coming from the Nationals, I can understand you falling into a funk. The Nationals are a horrible team.
Every team in Washington seems like they're just terrible, except the Commanders a year ago. But yeah, Yu Darvish is considering retiring from baseball too. I think he has an
Where did
elbow
this
injury or
come from?
something. Like recently, he made a statement yesterday. Like he'll come back if his rehab goes well, but if he feels he can't pitch at the MLB level anymore, he'll retire.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a blow for Purley and the Dodgers.
No, he's a Padre.
I mean, Padre. Darvish. Yeah, Darvish.
Darvish
The
is a Padre. He's not a Dodger anymore. That would be a help.
He was
to
a
them.
Dodger, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the past. But
Have you seen Hugh Darvish kid throw the baseball?
I
though?
have. I've seen that reel.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's getting trained by one of the best.
Scherzer might wait past over the team, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mariners pick up right-handed pitcher Chris Well in trade with the Mets. Obviously, he came expendable with the addition of Peralta. And Hall of Famer Carlos Beltran says the Astros scandal doesn't define him. And it doesn't. He was an all-star with the Royals, with the Yankees, and the Astros. All right. So let's look at the NBA now. And I don't know what to make of the NBA landscape right now, because you can't really determine a clear-cut favorite outside of the Oklahoma City Thunder. But if you look around anywhere else, it's anybody's race. If you look in the Eastern Conference, Detroit is the clear-cut favorite, 32-11 out front.
Yeah, I
5
like them.
games in front
I
of the
like them.
Celtics. But credit to the Boston Celtics.
Have to.
With all of those injuries and everything that's going on,
And going on a fire sale this offseason, Porzingis gone, Holiday gone, another piece before championship nucleus.
but they've replaced them with all players that
Anthony Simons, Pritchard's getting a heavier role. Jaylen Brown has really stepped up.
yeah. But I'll be honest with you, you got to look at this roster too, right? And you got to look at Luka Garza, Hugo Gonzalez. They've all stepped in and played big. Sam Hauser's played big. Peyton Pritchard has played lights out above his head. He's played well. Xavier Tillman don't even get any burn in Boston. And he was playing big minutes for Memphis.
He was. Tillman isn't getting any burn with the Celtics right now, but when Tatum comes back in April, he's aiming for April or May. This team could genuinely be dangerous. Genuinely be dangerous. But I don't think anybody out of the East wins the title this year. I think the West is too strong.
The West is definitely very strong this year. I think that they're the creme de la creme.
I think so too. And I mean, you got the Nuggets who are 31-15 with Jokic coming back. Rockets are 27-16. Spurs 31-14. Thunder 37-9. Runaway best record in the league so far. It'll be interesting.
But I say the stronger squads are definitely going to come from the East. I mean, from the West. Because like I told you, the whole situation in Boston, they hit them above their head with a bunch of no-names. And that relies on a lot of coaching. The Knicks, I think, are fading. I think there's a lot of locker room issues with the Knicks there. I think they're their own worst enemy.
I don't think so. I just think they have to figure it out. I think, is Brunson back healthy playing?
Yep.
They just have to figure it out then.
The Raptors, they have their moments of
But
brilliance.
28-19, they're playing above their level as well.
They're playing above their head as well, too. As are I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing below their level at 27-20.
Far below, because last year they were 64-18. They've already lost more games.
And for those of y'all
Less time.
looking at the Sixers at 24-20, they're exactly where they're supposed to be. Nobody expected this team to be this good at this point in the season. And they got a lot of young players. It's a young nucleus, so you got to have the growing pains. And obviously, you don't have a consistent 5 in Philadelphia every night because of load management. You don't have Paul George and Embiid on the court at the same time.
Which is doing a disservice. Maxey, who's been out of his mind, an all-star starter, and VJ, who's in the running for Rookie of the Year, and certainly going to be a shoo-in almost for all-rookie first team at the minimum if he doesn't win the award. So things like that, just Philadelphia, if they were consistent, had a 5, they'd be much more competitive than they are, I think. But I don't think they're on the level of a Detroit or even a Boston because of the coaching. Missoula's a championship coach and has been there. I don't think they would be Boston straight up. They more in the realm of the Raptors and the Cavaliers, that tier.
Yeah, but I look at some other teams bunched up there. Orlando, Miami, and Chicago. They're dangerous. And Atlanta. They're all bunched up between 10 and 7.
Well, I think Atlanta will bottom out. They traded away Trae Young, so I think they bottom out. The Heat, always dangerous because Spoelstra is a top 2 at this rate, I believe. And Orlando with Banchero, Franz Wagner, those guys, Wendell
They
Carter.
can't stay healthy.
Young,
They're
solid team.
always
That's the problem,
injured.
though. Yeah, they can't stay healthy consistently. So you can never see what that team could really do at their full potential with everybody on the court. Because they're young, they're hungry, they're gritty, but never fully healthy.
You look over in the Western Conference, the cream of the crop is the Oklahoma City Thunder, 37-9.
Yep, followed up by the Spurs, though, who do have
And
their
I've been
number.
telling you all about the Spurs, though. I've been telling you all. The Spurs team.
I think the Thunder would have to hope the Spurs get eliminated before they see them in a potential West Finals.
And the
'Cause right now
Denver,
they're the 2 seed.
the Denver Nuggets, to their credit, pulling the page out of the Boston Celtics book. No Jokic, other big injuries there. They're still holding.
David Adelman, I think, is the head coach. I think he's related to Rick Adelman.
I think that's Rick Adelman's
his son,
kid.
because Rick Adelman, if I remember correctly, was the head coach of the early '90s, not Detroit Pistons, Portland Trail Blazers, if I remember correctly.
And Kings.
Right,
And the
right.
Lakers used to cut both
Right.
day. Anyway,
The Bulls handled the Blazers. The Pistons handled the Blazers, and then the Lakers handled his Kings. But he credit to him, he's doing a great job without the best player in the world. 31-15. You couldn't ask for a better what's the word I'm looking for? Record in the interim while Jokic is out and rehabbing that knee hyperextension. So
then you got Houston and the Lakers neck and neck at 27-16, 27-17.
but if we were to face off with Houston in a potential first round playoffs, I think
Houston
they
beats
beat
us.
us in 6, maybe 5, because the defenders, they're too young, they're too good. Şengün's too good. I don't think LeBron can guard KD at this rate. He always had issues doing it. I don't think LeBron could guard KD straight up anymore.
Phoenix too hanging around the bubble spot there at 6. I
And,
agree with you.
and-
LeBron can't cover anybody right now.
And Minnesota's 27-18 too. But if they start getting hot, Minnesota's been in the conference finals the last 2
The
years. I
Lakers
can see
need
them
to
doing
make
it
some
again.
moves and keep playing because they could bottom out. They could end up right down there by the bubble if they don't watch it.
44-43 wins, something like that. Something crazy.
And speaking of the Lakers, I mean, I sit here from 2018 to now, and now I'm starting to see articles. The LeBron experiment in LA was a failure. It was more about movies and life after basketball than winning championships for the Lakers. But didn't I say that was going to happen 7 years ago? Didn't
Yeah,
I
you
say in
did.
2018
You
this is
did.
how this could play out?
You did.
And I look at the Bronsexuals now, and their only argument is Jordan took 1,300 more shots than LeBron to get to the points.
Almost as if that was his role as a shooting guard.
Jordan
scorer.
got 6 rings, though, to go with them 1,300 extra
Because
shots.
you can't use purely stats only. If you use stats only, LeBron blows everybody out the water. But
Man,
the
if you-
accolades matter too.
I mean, I'm looking at the assist record. It took him 7 more seasons to accomplish that than the record holders took to set it.
Yeah. He doesn't even
1 years to
still
break
has
the
it.
scoring record than Kareem did to set it.
Yep.
And
He
Kareem
did.
wasn't shooting threes.
He didn't. Sky hooks purely. Free throws.
Nobody wants to mention, and here's 2 stats that a lot of Bronsexuals won't mention either.
I think I
and
already
if
know
you're
where
going to
you're
own the
going.
stats, most turnovers in the history of the NBA,
I know it's missed shots.
most missed shots, and 56 air ball free throws from the free throw line. That is also a record.
56. How do you find a niche stat like that?
I follow but rabbit hole, but they find niche stats like on Tuesdays when he wears a headband and one high sock and one low sock. LeBron is 32-0 for his career.
This is crazy. But LeBron, you can't just use stats to rate somebody like LeBron because he would be the runaway best player ever. But accolades matter. That's
Well,
what people
Charlie
understand.
Villanueva did on a podcast the other day. He went in on LeBron and Bronny, and it was hilarious. And I think the whole legacy is crumbled now too because LeBron is only in LA for business deals. If LeBron wants to make one hoorah, what he needs to do is go to Cleveland, take Bronny with him. You know what I mean? Do the Swan song and see what happens.
To Cleveland, wow.
And then he further went on to say what a mockery Bronny is. Bronny James is making of the process. You know what I mean?
No
Like,
development in 2 years.
no development in
trust.
2 years. He's horrible, but yet he got 2 All-Star votes, one from his dad and one from him.
I don't think you could vote for yourself.
The audacity. Okay, one from his mom, one from his dad.
Whoever. Well, I think that was players who gave him 2 starter votes.
They had to be doing that as a
obviously
joke.
It's a joke. That's what I looked at it as. It's obviously as a joke.
You
and
really
it
want to
probably-
do a proper joke, though? You vote him to that team.
Yeah,
Give him
play-
start
make him
over his
start.
dad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think LeBron. I don't know if LeBron is a reserve. I think he is, but he's not
Well,
a starter anymore.
LeBron didn't qualify to make the All-Star team, remember, because he didn't have enough games. Remember, he missed those bunch of games at the
Oh,
beginning
yeah,
of the
he might.
season.
No, I think he still has a few games eligibility. He might
He
not.
didn't.
I'm not sure.
We already touched
I know
on it.
Giannis
He does not because of the
Giannis
injury.
is ineligible
He had
for
to be voted in
awards.
by the fans, and the fans didn't vote him
Yeah.
in.
But how
So
it
I
works
think
is
he's
that-
going to get a blind by the league because
Yeah,
it's
but
the
I-
swan song, potentially his last or second to last All-Star game.
for a player like that, you do that though. You give them the All Star. Like he's put in 23 years, has the stats,
Especially,
has the chips.
especially
You
in
put-
this
you do
this
it.
format, this desecration of the All-Star
Because every
game.
year the All Star game changes format. Like even the Pro Bowl, they changed it to just flag football,
Listen,
and they stuck
I
with
want,
it.
I want to hear from texters. Or I want to hear from callers. If you agree with me, the All-Star game should be eat your Sunday dinner after church. Sit down and watch the All-Star game come on as the third and last leg of the weekend, because you already had the slam dunk contest and the 3-point game and the All-Star game and all that other foolishness they want to do. Skills competition, all of that. And the game was you sit down after you eat your Sunday dinner and you watch the East take on the West and everybody scoring. You're looking for the score to be like 186 to 185. You're wondering if they could break 200. And I was excited. And nobody played defense for the first 3.5 quarters. And then the last 5 minutes of the game, everybody played defense.
Exactly to see.
Or you run up and down and score a ton of points. And then in the second half, in the fourth quarter, with 5 minutes left, you got that moment like when Kobe slapped the floor and told LeBron, let's get it. 1-on-1, me and you in front of the fans. He slapped the floor. What LeBron do?
Yeah, he did.
Pass the ball away.
And then Kobe locked him up.
Didn't want no part of that. Those were the All-Star Game rivalries. Or when Reggie Miller scored a ton of points late. Remember the year Marbury ran hard and scored a ton of points late?
I wasn't around.
Allen Iverson was another one who used to put on shows. Jordan used to put on shows.
Consistently.
And it was in the context of the All-Star Game. There were some unwritten rules. Yeah, you don't play defense until the last 5 minutes. But you entertain the fans. This incarnation, this foolishness is ridiculous.
It is. And even the Pro Bowl has it somehow figured out.
The Pro Bowl and the NBA All-Star Game are trash,
Yeah, they
garbage.
are,
I
they
wouldn't
are.
even... I
The only thing the baseball All-Star game is better. Even the hockey All-Star game is pretty much better.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I could live Pro Bowl the way it's gone because players have been injured in the Pro Bowl before, and they're tired. It's a different kind of season. NBA All-Star Game, play the game how it's supposed to be. Not this foolishness
Exactly.
enforcing the international narrative. You've made your point. You've hit home.
Yep. Or even another hypothetical format, do the USA versus the world. We hear this debate all the time about the USA.
Listen, they don't want to cut skin. The world may drop on them.
Because the starting five of the world would smoke the best USA starting five.
Let's look at the starting
Shea.
five of the world. Shea,
Luka, Giannis, Jokic. You want to put Embiid in there? I mean, you could. You could put anybody. I mean, once you have Shea, Jokic, Luka, Giannis, that four, plus whoever else.
Forkman, Kirk March.
Kirk March. Saying that to clown. But no, genuinely, Alperen Şengün.
I think that could actually play like a pure point for them.
Luka.
No, but I'm talking about. Think I'm an old boy from the Pelicans.
Who you talking about?
I'm the little Puerto Rican kid.
Jose Alvarado. I think he's American. I think.
But he's played for Puerto Rico before. So I'm just saying.
Grand Theft Alvarado. Yeah, who makes those
I'm
steals?
trying to get traditional though. I'm trying to get like a pure point, a pure
Spacing,
two,
pure- okay,
all
yeah.
of that, like
That's
as
fair.
well.
But That's
That's
four.
a hard five right there. And then you
And,
look
and
at
yeah,
the
with
bench.
Embiid, yeah, you could
You
put
look at the bench. You
Şengün
got
or Embiid on the
Şengün
bench.
and Embiid coming off the bench.
Like either one
And
of
you
the two
got
as a 6-9.
And you'll have the classy German Dennis Schroeder,
I forgot about Schroeder.
Lucas Kula.
You could have Wagner on there. You
They
could
have ways to make you miss the ball, Luca.
who else would you have on there though? I'm trying to remember now.
Excuse me?
Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner.
I get to
VJ,
here and
buddy.
VJ Edgecombe right now.
And Banchero, I think, would play for
And
America, but
an
he has
arguable,
Brazilian heritage
hold on,
too,
and
so-
an arguable DeAndre Ayton because Ayton is averaging like
That's a
16
big-
and 10 or
yeah.
17 and 10
But recently he's been getting benched in all our recent games and
because he's
wins.
been missing chippies.
It's just crazy.
I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, I don't either.
that's game flow situation too. Though if he's not on, I think he has to understand.
Oh
when
my
Redick
goodness!
will
Oh
put
my
him.
goodness! Screw Embiid and Şengün. Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Wembanyama. Done. I
You
completely
forgot Wemby.
Wemby.
Yeah,
What's happening
Jesus.
with me? This
How we
bad
could
boy's
forget
off today.
Wemby?
How could I have forgotten Wemby?
All of us forgot Wemby. Maybe we want
I don't
to.
know how.
Maybe
Yeah, because
maybe
you wanna
it's
make it
already in
more
your
fair.
mind. You want to forget
make it
Wemby because
fair.
you know
Yeah,
it's coming with
I
him.
have to make it fair. Like they can't. Nobody on the USA can guard him.
That international team is strong.
If they do it, yeah.
And then if you go with an NBA squad, who do you go with? Do you go with veterans or do you go with young guys?
Boy, I don't know. I think youth is always better. Youth is always better.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know. I think you might need a nice mixture to be competitive against that international team. That international team is strong.
Yeah, you have to because I mean, who's LeBron gonna guard out there?
LeBron guards nobody
It
anyway.
would have to be. They do LeBron, Steph, KD. Who
Ancient.
else? Kawhi, Harden.
Ancient.
These guys are old.
Ancient.
These guys are old. The creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. All young international players.
Man, if
There
you're gonna
hasn't
if you're
been
gonna
an
go
American MVP since Harden, and Shea's gonna win it again this year.
if you're gonna go young American squad, you got to go with the likes of Jaylen Brown, a healthy Tatum, a Ja Morant kind. You know what I mean?
Ant Edwards,
Ant
yeah.
Edwards, those guys who hungry and won't play.
Dudes, yeah. Who's a solid American center though? I'm trying to think and rock my brain.
Center,
Yeah, because the best bigs are all international.
take your boy from Charlotte who went to Phoenix, Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, he's
Because
a
he's
solid
a,
one.
he's a
But I'm-
rim
it's
protector
escaping
and he's
my
a
mind.
rim roller.
Yeah.
But well, I guess if you want to go with, hey girl,
Who we
Carl
talking
Anthony
about?
Towns.
Yeah, him. Yeah. He's a solid American. He also, but his mom was from the Dominican Republic, so he has Dominican ties too. So he's another one you don't know who could be international or not. But yeah, man, Cat.
Possibly Cat at the
That's
center.
just-
I
oh,
mean,
man.
probably Cat at the center. I mean, that's the only options you have when I think of like American centers, like traditional centers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then when you look at the forwards and you
he
look
could
at the
stretch
guards.
the floor and shoot too.
I mean, you got old boy from Cleveland who could definitely be on that team, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. he
Brandon
could.
Ingram is another one from Toronto who's nasty. Brunson and Hart
New
from New York. Cade Cunningham from Detroit for sure, as well as the center from Duke right there in Detroit.
Oh, you talking about Maluak?
No,
Who you mean in Charlotte?
in Detroit, Durden or whatever,
Oh,
man.
Jalen Duren.
Yeah,
Jalen
who
Duren.
played for
right,
Duke.
that's
He's
right,
another
that's
good
right.
young center.
I thought he
that could-
came out of Kansas. I don't know why that escapes me.
I'm saying center for that kind of team, you could find a young, serviceable center because you got other players that are going to make that American team
Oh, yeah.
strong.
Yeah, for sure.
But you got to go with the young dogs. You can't go with the same old.
No, you can't.
Like Booker from the Suns need to be on there.
Yeah, Booker's always playing his tail off for
Regardless
American
of the
teams, and
Suns
he's still only
team,
like 30.
Booker is the only one who's been doing damage for them for years. Consistently.
Devin Booker's been that's what I'm saying. Consistent, solid score, 25 a game, and he'll shoot over 45% for you. Like, I can respect it. Some years coming close to 50. I can really respect his production. He's been playing great. He's been in the NBA about 10 years.
Yes,
and he's
a great point.
He's only 29. Booker's been in the NBA. He came in 2015 and is only 29 years old.
But listen, a very great point
And he'll be 30 next year.
brought up, and I like this from the texter. And we overlooked him obviously because he's always injured. But Anthony Davis is a good center for the United States for sure.
If he's healthy.
And
he's healthy.
got to shout out my good brethren Zhivago Lang listening this morning. Appreciate you, Zhivago. Yeah, that's a great point. Anthony Davis is a good center. I often overlook Anthony because for two reasons: AD always disabled, and his penchant and his love to play the power forward.
That's the main problem right there. The main problem right there.
But if Davis was worth his sword and could stay healthy, he would be generational, you know.
He could. Really could. He could shoot. He's physical. He just gets hurt so much recently.
And he's out injured now.
Yeah.
And he's still out for another couple of weeks.
Which is crazy. You know who could be good if they got their head right with the size and the physicality that he has? Is old boy from Memphis who was the player of the year with Purdue all them time.
Jaron Jackson is another one you could put for the center.
Jaron Jackson, I forgot. But he plays more of the four now that Edie got drafted.
But Edie is too slow to me for the NBA.
I agree. But he was dominating college ball. So I don't get it.
I think he was on his way to being another Steven, what is his name?
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams, but he got hurt.
Yeah. But Steven Adams has made a career out of just rebounding, making his
But
passes.
but it's true, back to AD real quick. When AD is healthy, he is top three.
Behind Jokic, Giannis, I'll spot you. And I could debate him with Embiid. I would take AD over Embiid.
I would debate him with Giannis too, because Giannis to me is still more power forward than the center.
No. Giannis can shot block. Giannis can defend the rim. Giannis is somebody in clutch moments. I'll never forget this, and I want to tell this story because I remember when the Phoenix Suns and the Bucks were ready to play in the 2021 finals. I thought Chris Paul would get it, the experience. The team was just rolling. They were jamming. Giannis had just hyperextended his knee against the Atlanta Hawks in the conference finals. I'm thinking, yeah, Phoenix has got it. Averaged 35, 14, and 5 on, I think, 60% shooting. That is greatness right there. And in the closeout game, 50 points. He couldn't shoot free throws all playoffs, went 17 and 19 from the line.
Because
AD doesn't have that dog in him that Giannis has. That's literally what it is, and it separates it from me.
You know what Giannis said though, right, in that city? If you hurt one knee, is that a failure? Or do you still have another knee that you can go out and score 50 points?
The Bucks are
and dive
Giannis.
sponge.
Because he brought them their first rate.
The Greek freak.
He didn't B-word and moan. He didn't cry. He didn't complain. He stayed in Milwaukee, signed the deal, said, I'm going to bring a title to the city, took a 50-year drought, and he ended it. That right there is that's like a Dirk type of moment to me. Like, that's why I rate guys like Giannis and Dirk so heavily. They didn't have to go switch teams like a Kevin Garnett or a LeBron or KD to go win a ring.
I give him his credit for that and for being stationary and staying with a franchise, pulling the page out of Kobe's book and staying there for the duration and bringing a championship there. However,
he might leave now, but like he's already.
I one thing I pride myself is not being hypocritical, and if I'm gonna take LeBron to task for his nepo baby son Bronny, I gotta take Giannis to task too, because you and I both know Thanasis
don't deserve a spot.
Atena Kapengo don't deserve to be a water boy in the NBA, let alone taking up a spot on the bench.
Fair enough. But, I mean,
listen, take 10 million of contract, leave my brother on bench.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
the only way it works out for each other. That's why I didn't hate, like the Bronny pick. But I mean, there are so many other deserving guys, like way more deserving people. Giannis really came up from like the gutter. LeBron, when Bronny came in, everything was already situated for Bronny. It's just a spectacle at that point.
Yeah, I get the feel-good story of Giannis taking his siblings and putting them on his back and saying, we're going to live this dream together. I get that.
Yeah.
Bronny is pure nepo, baby. Pure foolishness because, listen, that's $30 million guaranteed of him taking up, or two players that could help the squad.
Absolutely. It's a spectacle because even Thanasis, they had to work hard to come out of where they came from in Greece, like I said, from the gutter. And yeah, Giannis is looking out, and Thanasis is really deserving. He's not an NBA caliber talent. But with Bronny, I mean, Bronny has so much avenues ahead of him. Thanasis and Giannis, they only had basketball. I think that's the key context we missed because, I mean, it's fair. But Thanasis, they don't have nothing to fall back on outside of basketball. But Bronny's dad is LeBron. It's LeBron James. All that money, he was playing video games in high school basketball, and then says, "Okay, I'm gonna go to USC." Has the issue, the cardiac.
And
arrest.
averaged
I'm
4
sorry for
points
him.
at USC.
And gets drafted in the second round. It's crazy.
Poster kid for Nepo babies.
It's literally what it is. Literally what it is. Even Shador Sanders had a 300-yard, 3-touchdown game. Like, has Bronny done something close to that? No, he hasn't.
All right, let's check the text lines. Naughty and Statway. Compare all the picks in the draft close to Bronny. He has been not a total waste. Many are not playing at all. Bronny got a bump by Daddy, but he and his batters all the picks. Boy, text, I don't know. Bronny to me, in the words of Ari Spears, is garbage.
It's just garbage.
Just me. That's just my opinion, though. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. The press box.
Well, good afternoon to the number one sports show on this side of heaven.
Mystery.
What's going on, Mystery?
What's happening? One voice is missing. Where's Pearly?
Pearly is funeralizing his aunt in New York. He'll be back on Monday.
Oh, my condolences to him.
We will extend that to him for you, my brother.
Absolutely. Listen, Naughty, you saw that block last night
Which one?
on LeBron. You didn't watch the game?
No, I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. Me and MJ got into good conversation, and then the next thing we know, we did fall asleep, and the game was watching us.
Man, listen, his age showed last night. He got one block last night. Jesus. I did feel sorry for him. I did literally feel sorry. I know at LeBron's age, he's still doing great things according to his age, especially in the NBA right now with all these young ducks in the league. But listen, what I saw last night, that was I never see that happen with LeBron James even in his youth. What I saw last night.
I mean, it's still a testament what we're getting at 41 or 42, you know, what he's putting out. But yeah, the game has now caught him up. The younger fellas don't have that respect for him. They want for him. They want to get a notch on the belt off of him, man.
Yeah, but y'all still come back and beat Dallas though, because Dallas was up by 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you got to thank Richie Hachimura for that. Ryu Hachimura was shot big, and so did Luka.
And Marcus Smart too. He made some good defensive moves.
Smart did
last
his thing, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what's your pick for today? Because we be getting ready for Super Bowl.
You got to listen out. That's coming up in the 12 o'clock hour, man. That Mystery. You got to wait.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
We
Y'all
get
have
to
a
that
good one.
in short order. You too, man. Be safe out there.
All right, Mystery, take your time.
Yeah, but LeBron's showing his age right now. I mean, Starboy, do me a favor. Check Bronny's stats for me. Where was Bronny drafted?
Second round, 55th pick in 24.
So I think if we want to look at the players drafted around Bronny, let's go 45 through 60 and see what they're doing with themselves.
All right, let's pull up the 2024.
But Dexter, I still double down on my stance. Bronny is a Nepo baby. He got there, and he deserves it infinitely more than him.
I mean, the 24 draft was weak on the whole, but that doesn't mean because they were weak on the whole that Bronny gets some bly like he's, something like, oh, he has potential.
Listen, I still say Cam Reddish it would have been a better addition on the Lakers than Bronny James. Cam could shoot the three, and Cam could score.
I vouched for Bronny
and plays better defense.
I've been saying if Bronny could work his way up and just show something. It's evident that Redick doesn't even trust him to play him in games rotationally to end the game. So
now,
there's no improvement.
I've seen Bronny have his little flashes in the G League. But the G League is ebb and flow. Exactly. Week in and week out, you got different hot players in the G League.
Quentin Post drafted to the Warriors with the 52nd pick in the second round, 3 picks before Bronny. Let's look at his career stats. Last year, they don't have it for the NBA, but he's a starting player with Golden State. Got 16 minutes a game, averages 8 points, 3.5 rebounds.
In the G League or with Golden State?
No, this is in the NBA with Golden State.
But that's one already.
Bronny right there, Quentin Post. And then the rest, yeah, they're pretty much on Bronny's level. No stats or anything to show for it in the G League with Anton Watson with the South Bay Lakers now.
But they were all expected to be there.
Exactly, Kevin. It's the second round for a reason. Bronny's the only one sitting on an NBA bench.
Correct. And guaranteed $30 million.
In the G League, Bronny has good games. Keep him in the G League, develop him until he's ready to come up. He's only about 21 or 22. At most, I think he's 21. He's young. But they want to keep him on the bench as a spectacle. Develop him in the G League where he scores his 30 points, 25 points. Bring him up when it's time. If it's time, because you don't know.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Gentlemen.
Hey,
How
good
are
morning,
you?
Mr. Lang. Good morning, Zhivago. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We are blessed by the presence of the great Z Live on the press box, man. It's a good Sunday.
It's like a crossover episode for Guardian.
Listening to this good show you all have going on here, and I want to explain something to you. I'm a Jamal Wilkes Laker fan.
Oh, you've said it because me and you are kindred spirits. I am of the Jamal Wilkes, Bob McAdoo, Mike McGee come off the bench, Michael Cooper, Mark Landsberger, Kurt Rambis, and I just caught in the bench. I haven't caught in the starting five.
There you go. So, I was saying with Bronny, right? Me and you are not disagreeing on Bronny's impact, etc. There could be better people on the bench, etc. But the only thing I do is I know when people evaluate him as a player, they do it because he's LeBron's son, and there was arguably some nepotism involved with his opportunity, etc. But pound for pound, when you look at him in terms of the other players who came out around the time he came out, you can make a case for their lousiness, all of them. So the question is how they end up in the draft around the same place he ended up, and they doing some of them worse than him, and some a little better than him, some better than him.
He got his stock was buoyed by Clutch Sports and by his dad. I think that he has some NBA talent, but it had to be taken into context as to where it really was, and it was second round talent. It was G League, and he should have been developing straight through these last 2 years in the G League, in my opinion. Don't even come up to the NBA.
Understood. But the point is, if others came out around the same pick he came out, and others are doing worse than him or as good as him, then I mean the argument that he was not someone who should have been there. Well, where's that for the rest of them who don't have a LeBron James as their father?
I think it speaks to the point of Bronny. To me, Bronny was put in the conversation because of LeBron, and he was put in that second round group because that would be the group that he probably could have success amongst getting to the NBA. If you put him in that batch with the first rounders, he was going to be in far too deep water.
But he couldn't go first round, so we know that.
But as far as the second round talent goes, the funny thing about it is there's some undrafted free agents that have actually made it in the NBA before Bronny.
Sure.
But I look at this is how I look at it, though, Zhivago. And I never carry Bronny too hard because none of us know the weight of that pressure put on that young kid.
Yeah, for
being
sure.
LeBron's son, and then obviously the expectation. And then you have rabid Laker fans like me who don't like his old man, who ready for you to make 2 turnovers and don't score just to say Nepo baby. So obviously there's a lot of pressure this kid got to deal with. I think for Bronny to be successful, this is what I would do if I was Bronny. I'd go to Europe for a year or 2, kill it in Europe, which he could do, come back and sign with somebody and just play in the NBA. He'll still be young, still have time to have an NBA career, but his game will develop. Because when you're playing against that Euro competition, it's broader competition.
Yeah, I think going to the NBA was a mistake. I mean, frankly, I do think so. I think going to the NBA with his father was a bigger mistake.
Yeah, I think that was more of a LeBron wanting that than Bronny. Yeah. Bryce, now the other son, is at Arizona and can't get off the bench.
Yeah.
But my question to you as a longtime Laker, are you ready to see the departure of LeBron in the offseason?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not I respect LeBron as a talent, as a great talent. When I am asked the question about the greatest, LeBron don't make my top 5. I can be honest with you. I know I can get cuts from some people. He doesn't, because my criteria for best basketball player is if my child's life depended on a player scoring the ball, making a score. I put.
Who's your top 5? Let me hear your top 5.
I can tell you right now. So this is how I do it. If I needed a score to save my child's life, who would I call on? I'd call on Jordan first. I call on Kobe second. I call on Larry Bird third. I call on Kareem fourth and Magic Johnson fifth.
And if all of them were busy, I could just in case.
Oh yeah, Reggie close.
Reggie right there, number 6. But
Reggie close.
but I get you. And see, a lot of people that grew up watching the basketball that we watch, Zhivago, find it difficult with the product that we see today.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a soft ticky-tack league. You look at somebody hard, you get a foul. Back in the day, we had enforcers that would get up off the bench, and their job was to take out the hot player in the game. That's what their job.
Yeah, heart is a different thing in today's NBA. It's a different thing. You don't have a lot of really solid people with heart. Not a lot. You have some, but it seemed like back in the day, you had a lot more people who came to the game with something to prove.
Correct. And back to the point about LeBron being gone in the offseason, I looked at the inner workings, some of the behind the scenes with this sale from the buses to the new ownership. Who's the new owner's name again? Mark. Now there was a huge input of Japanese investment into the Dodger organization because they know the Dodgers are very popular amongst the Japanese in California. Now Mark Walter, very sharp, when he purchased the Lakers, he knew that the Saudis wanted to get into the NBA. The Saudis put up $10 billion toward the purchase of the Lakers with this new group. So I think the Lakers are going to be similar to the Dodgers, how the Dodgers operate their players and basically going out buying championships. I think Mark Walter is going to do this, especially with his Dubai partners in the background. I think there's going to be a lot of dollars to spend moving forward in LA. So once they get LeBron off the books, they're going to be able to spend and they're going to actually be able to put, butts in the seats and have a quality product. And the only team in the NBA not affected by the TV contracts are the Lakers. Everybody else lost on their TV deals except for the Lakers. So the money's there.
Let me say this before I leave. Look, I believe anybody who's realistically just looking at the basketball playing would have to agree that at this stage in the game, on a team like the Lakers, any contending team, LeBron is probably more now a solid top role player than he is the
star
player.
The problem is he's going to have to accept that role because the Lakers were playing a lot better without him when he was injured earlier in the season.
No question about it.
So from you, enjoy your Sunday and enjoy your football this afternoon, man.
I will indeed.
All right, and looking forward to a great week of your shows. I know you got some hot ones coming up this week.
Take care, my friend.
Take care, Zhivago. Always good to hear from you. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Flip side of the break, we're going to get into the 12 o'clock hour. We'll be talking all things NFL. We'll have your AFC report brought to you by Green Parrot, your NFC breakdown brought to you by Margaritaville. And we'll have our picks, our Pro Pig Skin picks, our NFL picks brought to you by the Island Game. And of course, we are officially starting. The cooler is full. The Bud Lights are getting icy and we're getting ready for game time. This is the Press Box right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And it continues right after this. Naughty Bagacha repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game. And you could win big all NFL season. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Always on the go? Missed the show?
You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Do it today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, January 26th, the 5th edition of the Press Box. Your boy Naughty along with Stat Boy and Megan, your company right up until 1 p.m. Listen, before we get into football, there's one thing we were talking basketball siblings, and I'll be honest with you. Nobody want no part of Jokic's brother.
Oh, of course not.
I don't know if you've seen this. Where they from? Serbia?
Serbia.
This looked like ex-Serbian paramilitary used to fight in the war. He looked like a character out of a video game. He looked like he eat other 250-pound muscle builders.
That's the oldest one. The
He's
second
the
one is a
oldest one.
former
He's
basketball
huge.
player too. The middle one.
I ain't worried about the middle one. I talking about the old one who swell up with all the tattoos and look like he done killed and
Like
know
a
where the
tomato.
bodies are buried.
Like a
Was he the
tomato, yeah.
one who Marcus Morris them had the beef with?
Yeah, because
Boy,
they were
Evans, they
talking-
did one,
I-
whatever.
They don't want it. They don't. You don't.
Marcus
want
Morris them was running on tell Jokic brother like really stood up and
He
look
was
at
like-
them.
He's
But
like,
the thing
come
is,
this way. Let's do this. I was like, no,
Morris
bro, you don't
elbows
want that.
Jokic in the sternum. Jokic gets him back, and then it's a problem. Jokic is dirty. Nah, and then the brother. Nah, that's what
Brother's
brothers
like,
do.
yeah, but
No.
we got a problem now.
Yeah, come
You know
pull
what I'm
up.
saying?
The brother
Pull up,
don't
you
play,
about-
boy.
No, he don't. Listen, you see when they celebrate with him, how they was throwing him up in the air like he
Yeah,
was
the
a piece
coach.
of paper.
The coach.
No,
yeah,
but
like,
listen,
tossing him
when
like
you
he's strong as hell.
when you grab Jokic after winning the championship and hold him like a little boy,
That's what I'm saying.
like how you would hold a child, like
That's
under
what
the
I'm saying
buttocks
right
and
there.
hold them like and Jokic 7 foot.
and pushing 300, like That's crazy.
But apparently, these guys have one of the biggest farms in Serbia. Not only do they produce like dairy products and milk, but they have some of the best quarter horses and,
Yeah, the
and
horse
running horses in Europe.
Yeah.
And
That's
apparently,
Jokic's
Big
real
Boy, the
passion.
older brother, is one of the trainers, like up there and liaises with the trainers like him.
They love horses.
He looked like he could pick up a horse by himself.
Jokic's horse
Jokic
won
loves
a
his
race.
horses more than he loves the NBA.
I think so.
Yes!
He tells
Like,
you that.
His talent
Even
is
when
the
it was-
NBA, but you saw that video. Jokic's horse won the race. He was crying in tears.
Yeah.
When he won the title, he didn't even like it.
Yeah, man. I just want to get back home to my
He
horses.
cried when
But
the horses won.
when you think that where they've come through such a war-torn nation and politically unstable for years, it's good to see these Serbian basketball players like benefit some of the fruits of their efforts, because there were a lot that preceded them that some got paid and some didn't. But when you look at European basketball, Serbia's put out a lot of quality
Wasn't
players.
it? They were Yugoslavia combined with another country bordering them. I forget which country.
Listen, one of the best shooters that I will ever see, and if you are a young basketball player, go Google him.
I know you're going to say
He
already.
passed away
I already know
way
what
ahead
you're
of his
gonna say.
time. The pistol, Drazen Petrovic.
Drazen.
Petrovic was money, boy. Petrovic was Devin Booker before Devin Booker. Devin Booker is a joke to Petrovic.
Where's that left string from?
Detlef Schrempf was from Germany.
Okay.
And Detlef Schrempf, and I'll be honest with you, Detlef Schrempf, I took one of the most cold-blooded bad beats in the history of bad beats in the NBA three-point shootout. Because he took on Larry Bird that time. And remember, he was ahead of Bird, and Bird had to go like almost perfect on the last two racks. And Bird goes perfect on the last two racks. And then the last ball to shoot, Bird takes it. He shoots the three. And as soon as he lets it go, he turns to the camera on the other side and holds up number one as the ball goes in. Swap.
Hey,
Bird is cold.
the man did say when he went inside the locker room, he's like, anyhow, he just want to who coming in second. That's what he said.
Cold, dude.
Larry
Okay.
Bird, I think the most quintessential smack talk in the history of the NBA was Larry
Larry
Bird, more
Bird,
over than
bro.
Jordan and everybody else too.
You know, and that's why I tell some people sometimes to me, I mean, LeBron is one of the greatest small forwards, but sometimes I always be
Well,
like,
Bird told Jordan, he goes, "You getting 63," but the good thing about it is you could sit on the sofa and watch it all off season long, because that's where you're going. So when you finish score is 63, you know where you're going.
if you watch Showtime, the TV show was on HBO with Michael
Yeah,
Johnson,
and they need to bring back the
Larry
second
Bird-
season.
and Larry
You know how
Bird-
he did Michael Cooper?
I think they
Yeah.
had 2 seasons, but they just canceled it now.
Yeah.
Why?
I
I don't know,
man.
I don't know. But just
I
that
don't know
episode with Larry Bird and Michael Johnson.
HBO just does idiocy with
they
their
were getting
programming.
pushed
You know.
back from Jerry West because he didn't like the portrayal of his character. Obviously, Jerry West has passed on now.
HBO 's
Lord bless the dead, but Jerry has passed on, okay?
HBO's like Fox, man. Anytime you get something good, they usually cancel it right after a season. or
When
two.
Michael Cooper come in the game to cover Bird say, "What you doing here?" So I going right, then I going left,
Man, but he tell
then
you
I
he's
coming
gay.
back right to this point right here, and I can shoot a 3 in your face, and then he did it. And Larry Bird was so psycho. Larry used to call timeout and ask the opposing coach, "Why you got a white player covering me? Why you insulted me like that? Why you disrespecting me and got a white boy covering me?"
Listen, when I was growing up, he was either a Bird fan or a Magic fan. That's all it was just up to. Before Michael Jordan came
The
around.
weird disconnect for me was I couldn't stand Bird when he played because I was a diehard Laker and still a diehard Laker. But my God, when he retired, I missed seeing Larry Bird. I missed the.
Yo, listen, I used to say the same thing about Kobe. I hated Kobe because I was a Celtic fan. But when Kobe retired, he's getting older. I was like, bro, we can miss him.
It'll feel the same for me.
I
probably,
may
but-
feel the same. I may feel a little bit about it when LeBron when he's gone, but
Nah, I'll
not from the
feel
thing. I gonna miss the hate. I gonna miss that there was somebody there I could have woken up to for 23 years and just hated on. And like from 2018, say it's gonna be a failure in LA and be right
Nah,
and get
you-
all
the
LeBron
legal-
sexuals,
the legal-
knickers,
the
and a
legal-
knot.
The legalness a guy like
I was
LeBron,
catching
though.
on the back end of the conversation with your guy was talking about with the the whole Bronny thing and so forth. But this is the conversation they've been having for 2 years now. And the people's getting on me because they're saying that the nepotism is around for the white guys. What's the problem with the black guys? The thing that I got about the thing with Bronny is the guys who drafted before him, they had something to work with. Like, we saw what he did in college. Because of what happened with his heart, he didn't have that time to show, like, hey, I belong in the NBA with the rest
Go
of these
back
guys.
another year and show yourself
Right.
fully healthy. That's
So I was telling everybody, listen, I don't think this guy ready. LeBron putting so much pressure on him. When he get there, he can be defensive. Like I know he can be for every father with their child. And that's what we saw. Now, it's the second year?
Yeah, it's second year now.
What's changed? Nothing. Guy's still trying to get off the bench. last year everybody freaking out.
LeBron rowing at the referee for not calling foul on his son. But sit down and shut up, boy.
You were your fight with Stephen A. Smith, talking about my son and all. Like they ain't supposed to do that. I was so happy when I heard Charlie Villanueva this week on a podcast.
I was mentioned. Do you hear him going with
every
and hold on
bit?
Is Charlie not hilarious with his delivery?
I was rolling my head off the way he was like. He got 2 votes.
2 votes.
Who the votes was?
His daddy and himself. His daddy and his mommy.
It was either Draymond and LeBron.
Draymond.
Listen, Draymond loves LeBron more than Savannah. I could put it out there.
Like him and Shannon. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was thinking it might not have been LeBron. It might have been Shannon and Draymond.
But I think it players, so I said it was LeBron and Draymond.
Shannon's mostly focused on football and himself with the nightcap and stuff, which is pretty decent. But Draymond, oh my God.
I don't know. LeBron should understand too. He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when he made that statement about he was watching some games and everyone he could play better than 50%.
He's better than like it's lightweight, hilarious.
Exactly.
It's better than
he planted a bunch of seeds.
He put a buzzer on the kid's back.
Exactly. See,
any young and up and coming player trying to eat him, but
you can say the same thing was
and
Dion,
then
but
he
Shador
deletes that tweet and then he says no, but Shador did something only him and Burrow did.
No, he did
yards with the 3
But what I'm
touchdowns.
saying is when these fathers start talking, you put that pressure on these boys.
Exactly. But Shador has a game where he said, "Hey, I did this." Bronny don't have a game where he did that.
And that's the thing. Bronny had one game last year. I remember with like 30 points.
17 points.
The next day,
points.
everybody's on TV. Speak for yourself. Oh, we got to apologize to the Broncos.
Hold on, but that was in the G League. That wasn't.
No, that was in the NBA. I think it was a game. I think everybody was injured. I think
he had
was getting blown.
He had 39 in the G League last year. He had 17,
the G League,
but they got blown out by the Bucks.
Right, and they were
everybody's
talking
like, "Oh
and
my
they
goodness,
bragging. We had to
17
apologize to the Broncos." Even Stephen A. was saying that foolishness, and they was like, "Listen, what's the saying? A broken clock is even right twice a day."
Lord bless the dead. If Kobe and Gigi didn't die in that helicopter crash, Gigi was gonna be a better child progeny than Bronny, and I can leave that just
Which
like
is
that.
crazy, but true. She would have gone to UConn,
and she would have killed in the WNBA.
What's the league that Bronny's a part of? The E League. What's it
The
like?
G
Face.
League.
His group is Face.
The Face.
Yeah,
You mean the esports?
The esports.
Yeah, the video game.
Listen, that brand with it, the Face group, they're making millions. Stick to that.
He could have been a great video gamer, honestly.
So
let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Press box.
Yeah,
press box, Muff. My bad. Press box. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, Naughty, stock boy, and mega good to see you then recuperate, man. Get your hot, your Lewis's Club hot and shake from Naughty. Yeah.
Hold on. And guess what? He must be doing better because I only see 2 Depends sticking out the bag today.
Well, anyhow, great contribution from Z Live, eh? But I go quick.
Always
Naughty.
good to hear from Z, man. Great guy.
Always go. Mystic, it's LeBron who helped him bring that back too. They was down by 15. And then that was a good comeback, Naughty. Yeah, man. Luka 4-0 now against Dallas. Since he gone to LA. But I tell you and Z talking about young talent. Boy, Cooper Flag, boy. For a year.
Hey, Scrum, every time you bring up Cooper Flag, I can say VJ, what? There is no difference there?
I know, and you're talking about Larry Bird, but I can get the VJ. VJ them, the overtime win in Houston, that affect them with New York. Yes, I mean, he hit the clutch free throws, but Maxey, boy. You remember in the last game, Maxey always messing up in the last couple of seconds, man. They hit that tree and send that into overtime, man.
But that's what you get with Maxey. Feast or famine, you know? That sometimes it bees that way with Maxey. You got to take the good with the bad.
Right, but Embiid revived by 28 points in the first half. Man, that crazy dunk straight down the middle. Man, he's looking like a 21-year-old in Embiid now.
I think barring injuries, if Philadelphia could just play in gel now, they'll be a contender in the East. I don't think they go to the championship, but they'll be a contender. They'll be a hard out.
Yeah, Shaq and Barkley say that they were healthy Embiid. Boy, watch it, boy. Even we got to watch it for them inside the East, boy. But the second game get canceled because they had the riots in Minnesota. I shoot up another male shots in him.
That was a travesty. That was a horrendous sight to see, Muff.
Right.
You shouldn't see that in the world anywhere.
Right.
That was a straight execution, if you ask me.
Right.
It's a murder.
The game was in Minnesota.
It's
so
murder for sure. On the heels of George Floyd in Minnesota. And I'll be honest with you. When MJ and I went to Minnesota in 2018 for the Super Bowl, you know one of the biggest things we came back with? That's some of the nicest white people in America. Because they were. Like, my God, I mean, oh my God, you guys are from the Bahamas? We want to go
Well, you see,
vacation there.
doesn't
I
have to be
vacation there.
good
I've been there. I went on spring break there. I went on my honeymoon there. Very nice people. And then to see
you
George
wanna go there
Floyd
now,
and to
but
see
the
this,
National
it's
Guard all
crazy.
over the place around there now. You ain't want to go around there now. But again, talking about young talent, we blew Utah last night by 31. But that young man on that team, what he named? Deontay George? Boy, he's a beast too, boy.
Yep.
He's killing bad too, boy. Talking about young talent. Yeah, man, the NBA looking good for when you talk about young talent coming forward when all of LeBron them retire. And when you look at it, Kyrie Irving, Cooper Fly, and the four of them,
I think when they play together, the Dallas Mavericks would be a tough team if they play together and stay injury free.
Right, exactly. Now you say you can't touch NFL there because you only talk about it there.
Well, we about to get into it. What you want to talk about?
Okay, now what I was going to say is, well, the four last teams within, all has won Super Bowls, so all have won. You say the quarterback for Denver, he used to play for New England.
Jared Stidham used to play for New England. He played for the Raiders as well. Sean Payton likes him. Sean Payton got this thing. He's been confident about the kid all week. And now that I find out that Landry now is out for the Patriots, and they got two other injuries on the defensive side of the ball, this may be a closer game today than everybody thinks.
You know how you play when you play your old teams, your teams with fire. Because you see how Luka came on last night against Dallas. So I looking for the upset. I looking for him to upset the world, and I looking for Denver to emerge in the AFC, because, I hate New England. I want May get sacked but 10 times, and the running back gets stopped. I only got but 30 yards in the whole game. And then in the NFC, man, I love Kuka Nakua, man. I love number 12, man. I got to go with the Rams, and Denver in the Super Bowl.
Rams.
All right, gentlemen. So y'all have a nice afternoon.
All right, Muff, enjoy, man.
Yeah, all right.
And I hope the games are better today, too. That they're excited and down to the wire. I don't want to see.
was great.
I don't want to see 41-6 blowouts.
That's the only
the
one.
only one was
non-competitive.
Everybody else was competitive, though.
Yeah,
The
but
playoffs have
it's
been
always
great. It's been the
marred
best
by
playoffs.
one game you just look at and say, my God, why did this team even
but
show up?
I would expect that's the game you love the most. The 49ers got destroyed.
Yeah, but overall now
you rather have
that
it
they're gone,
competitive
I have nobody else left to hate.
You can't hate watch.
You can't hate watch.
You can't hate watch anymore.
So, yeah, but I just want to ask Mega, did Purdy turn into that pumpkin like I said he was going to turn into for y'all?
No, I'm not going to put it on Purdy.
That's a total team
Listen
loss,
to me,
I'd
that
say.
game was over by the kickoff. As soon as I bought man, you had 96 yards. I was like, Sherry, give me the remote control, please. I'd rather was Paw Patrol.
So Purdy ain't no pumpkin then?
Purdy ain't no pumpkin. Purdy ain't no pumpkin. Listen, I don't know if y'all be seeing with their brother, but that brother didn't have a time we had last week to get that ball.
No. It's on the team, yeah.
That O-line?
But what happened to you doing to the O-line? The famous
It was the last time we had a good O-line.
Trent Williams played, right?
That's the only one.
That's
Well,
only
as
one-
long as
that's
y'all got
one-
Trent Williams, y'all got a chance, buddy.
Nobody, Leonard Williams, and what's the guy who used to play with
DeMarcus
George?
Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence pass rusher.
Hey,
to me, pass
do me a
rusher.
favor. Hand me my violin over there,
Okay.
please, that boy.
Listen now.
I won't play this while he talk. Go ahead.
Now, where are the Cowboys right now in this playoffs? Oh, that's right. You didn't make it.
Hold on.
Let's not go there right now.
And where are you all? Sitting right next to us on the sofa because you was
Listen,
last to lose.
We sit there, right? We cool, everything cool.
You're
But
so
nobody
petty.
expected us to be this far with that injury.
A lot of people pick Philly.
believe exactly.
I picked the 40,
Everybody
I picked
picked
the
Philly to go on the
49ers.
side.
I knew when to pick y'all and when not to.
Okay.
All right? I knew when to.
I
and
was
when
being
not.
the courageous one saying, listen, be getting straight to the Super Bowl because it's just a premonition.
All I know is there is a God in heaven.
Oh lordy.
Because on the schedule for 2026 in AT&T Stadium,
Yes.
the 99ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
99ers,
Hold on now.
Dallas Cowboys.
And we can do a press box road trip to that game. Me, you, Stat Boy, MJ, Pearly. I can get it sponsored now.
Riri, let's go, please.
We can do the
know
show
what?
live.
Let's
Mr.
go.
Producer
Let's go to Texas. You know
nothing
what?
We
more
gotta
than
be our
bragging.
technical engineer to make
When
sure
you-
everything copacetic.
The
We
one
can
thing,
plan
the one
this.
thing I
When
want.
you brag in front of a man's face in his stadium, I love to do
And so
that.
you all has traveled well because the
All right.
last time
That's
they went
damn
there,
right. Just can't say
a
that.
bunch of stinking sissy 49er fans was there too, boy, and they red.
We could actually get this like on and pop and go to a smokehouse.
You
go
can do
all
this.
sorts
You
of
can do.
things.
We just need to figure out
In
when
the
they.
Texas smokehouse, house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We just need to
Smokehouse,
figure out-
like the food.
Stress the food.
Yeah. No, nothing else. No, food, man.
You know, we got friends.
I'm talking about
We got
dino
friends who
ribs
listen to
and-
that big $380 million building with their bill on Shirley Street.
I don't partake in
There's-
that. When I
listen,
say smokehouse,
so we trying to go and we don't want ice to show up or nothing. We want to go out. The only ice we want is in the cooler.
pork ribs and the
Oh,
tender
man.
dino
I
ribs
just
and the
gotta keep my
barbecue
passport
brisket
and
and
everything will be
Man,
down.
listen. I want to take. If we go to that trip, I want to take MJ to that
We just
mall.
gotta find out the schedule when the
I
schedule
want to take
comes out.
MJ to that mall. With,
comes
with,
out, I think, in
with
May.
Jerry the
Oh.
shop for his wife. That big mall in Texas, boy, that huge one.
What's the name?
I can't remember, but it's big.
Bigger than the one in Minnesota? That's
No, Mall of America.
What about
We've been in
Sawgrass?
that
Ain't
mall. That is huge.
Sawgrass Mall in like Fort Lauderdale?
Sawgrass can fit in
That's
Mall of
pretty
America,
huge.
but 20 times. 20
You know how
times.
big Mall of America is?
Lord, I'm not.
I think it must be
Put it
one
like this: in
Oaks
Mall of
Drop beside
America, they got an amusement park inside the Mall of America.
Oh yeah, this one of them
it's
you can
huge.
get lost in for
Yeah,
real.
it's
All right,
very
then.
huge.
Hey,
But yeah, we need to do that road trip because listen,
Let's find out when the schedule comes.
like
I-
some
I can tell
nightcap
you
type
now.
of stuff. Let's go.
Dallas has done a wonderful job with the hiring of their defensive coordinator. Rated the Eagles.
Who you got?
Who we got?
What's his name? Christian something. The young guy
Jackson, the defensive backs coach
From where?
from Philly.
from Philly.
Oh, that's who I picked up. The guy who was
That's
the
Dallas did,
assistant
yeah.
coach.
Christian
under-
Parker, secondary coach and
Right.
passing game coordinator.
Christian
be their new
Parker.
defensive
Yeah, okay.
coordinator.
The guy was underneath Fangio. Yeah, I
And,
remember
and
this
they
one.
said that he's Fangio's like wonderkin, prodigy, pet dog, and pet hunting dog. Like he loves this kid. Like this kid has been there. He's accelerated over the last 7 years from quality control coach to assistant coach to this position what he's in.
Listen, right.
He's bringing in the linebackers coach from Philadelphia. He's bringing in a D-line coach from Minnesota. All right. I think they're going to have an attitude. I think this young man is going to come in and realize, listen, one job I have to do in this first year. Use the pieces that I have. Use the free agents that I
Which
draft.
aren't bad.
Use the draft picks. And all I got to do is let up 22 points a game. If I could stop the bleeding at 22 points a game, Dallas gonna win 12 to 13 games and make a playoff run with the offense we got.
Listen, he got to be good with first team all, bro.
And here's the beautiful thing about it is you got Siobhan Ravel, who had first round status on him coming out, but was injured, so he went in the third round. Just recovered from the knee injury last year. The knee was lingering. But guess what? I think he's going to do wonders with him. I think he's going to do wonders with a healthy Deron Bland. And here's the beautiful thing. Guess who's a free agent coming out of Philadelphia? Blankenship.
Reed.
Safety. Dallas needs a safety. Guess what? Dallas needs a linebacker. Guess who's another free agent who knows his defense coming out of Philadelphia? Jacoby Dean.
N'Kobe D.
N'Kobe Dean. So don't be surprised if Dallas signs to it. And you know, perennially, when a coach goes and puts his system on a new team, he's going to look
Most
for
likely
players
players who know
that
his
can
system.
come in and know his system.
Yeah.
And Blankenship and Dean are two that bring lots to the table. You put Dean with Overshown and we draft Sonny Styles. Now you can run
So the draw position is
12 and 20.
12 and 20. We all got from Detroit.
Correct.
Man.
So we could actually do cornerback and linebacker, or linebacker corner, linebacker edge. And if Bain drops to number 12 from the U, then that's a no-brainer right there.
Oh, you talking about the U who lost the national championship game to
Yeah,
Indiana? You
yeah.
talking about that
But
U?
before we lost to
You talking about the U
Indiana,
hasn't won since
Hold on.
2001?
but we talking about that same you who before we lost to
who
Indiana
whooped Ohio
punched you all up
State,
in your
punched
mouth
and beat
and got
Ole
you
Miss
sitting here
and-
like a bitter Ohio Buckeye, like two big berries. That's what you're sitting here like.
In 2002, 2016, 2024, we've won championships in every decade. I can't complain about that. Y'all been waiting. And
What
the wait,
did you do?
The wait continues.
Hold on, what did you do the last time you played the U?
What did you result from it? You got the win. Yeah,
It
y'all
doesn't
beat us.
matter
Y'all
what we
beat us.
resulted.
Y'all beat us.
Let me
And what's
tell
the result?
let me tell you what it is. Let me do it. Let me do it like this then, since you want to be that guy.
We have historically more national championships than y'all too.
Watch this.
There's no metric y'all are better in.
Watch this. To watch Mendoza win the national championship in front of his parents, especially his mom with MS.
Oh, this is the roundabout spin.
Awesome.
What?
To watch the University of Miami return to dominance and greatness. Beautiful. To watch my son have to sit here for an hour and squirm like a fish on a hook and wriggle and duck and dodge and tote it because his Ohio State Buckeyes lost to the U and got punched in their mouth. Priceless.
You.
Doesn't matter. 8 national championships to 5 only.
Again, though, Sancho, look at the start. Ohio State had a football program long before the U introduced college football, my brother.
How is that the fault? How is that the fault of Ohio State?
Well, now
That they got a football program
Wait a
established.
minute. If you look like how you like to defend. All right, when we get to the break.
Yeah, I told him that.
That game to me, that was an impressive game on Monday night. And I was picking Indiana. I ain't gonna lie, I was low key.
I was surprised
pulling
Miami
for them,
competed with them. I didn't expect it to be that close.
I wasn't
Give credit
surprised at
where credit's
Miami
due.
what they did because I already see them pull off the upset against Ohio State. So for them to even be in the playoffs and be this far to me was very impressive.
Yeah,
I like I tell you, I was just waiting to see what Michael Evans can do if they won. That was what I was waiting for the whole night. Because my boy was tripping out and freaking out for everything else. But when they saw them, Miami lost that game and he was there hugging the girl, I was like, oh man, I felt love for my boy.
Check some of the closet yet or no?
Come on, man.
You better be careful how you talk about Michael Irvin on this show. You
Big
know.
man, listen to me. Hold on, we talking about the greatest of all time was the playmaker?
I want to let you know something, though. The greatest of all time for 4 years in the NFL was not the greatest, because you know who the greatest for that 4-year period of time was? Michael freaking Irvin. And 3 Super Bowls in them 5 years. I'm just letting you know. Take nothing away from Jerry. But there was a time.
Everybody's up time, you know.
There was a time.
Jerry just gave him his time.
When Cool Hand Luke did roll in and look Jerry in the eye and say, sit your behind over there, boy.
Yeah,
You're old.
But you asked Michael Irvin who's the greatest wide receiver.
He will
to play
tell
in
you
the NFL.
Jerry Rice.
Oh, okay. That's all I want to hear.
As it should be.
That's all I want to
And
hear.
number 2 should be Randy Moss. And number 3, you have open for 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You can open for discussion.
Hold on. Number 1 is who and number 2 is who?
I would go Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
number 2.
Yeah, arguably T.O. at 2.
I was just going to say they're T.O. with 3.
No, listen, T.O. is similar to LeBron. Longevity and body of work.
What?
Longevity and body of work.
T.O. was...
Randy Moss is my favorite receiver ever, but there's aspects where T.O.'s better than Moss.
But hold on. See, in all fairness,
Legitimately.
I could actually say, if Michael Irvin was in the offense like the 49er offense, when we played, his stats would have been up and out of the roof.
That's close offense. I mean...
I'm just
I get
saying,
you saying,
Dallas
yeah.
was predominant. Dallas was 90% run. Let's be honest.
You was like, just can't say because y'all had like the best.
We had Emmitt Smith, the GOAT, the greatest running back of all time.
You got big man like Larry Allen.
And he never quit like Barry Sanders. So all you Barry Sanders lovers out there, enjoy number 2 and hold on to it.
Hold on now, you gotta be dissing Barry like that now.
I'm not dissing him, but let's check the boxes.
It's true. But
That's the
you trying to tell me if you put him and put Barry behind that O line with y'all that, I think Barry might have blow up that
Yeah, but
Russian record.
That's a big if.
You know, I agree.
I know one thing. I know who got it, and I know
I
who ain't
didn't
gonna break
remember.
it, and I know it could last for a long time because running back position in the NFL is going to squadouche.
So let's say Barry and Emmett.
It could be revived.
Just the place itself, you would say that Emmett was better than Barry because of skill wise.
No, I will go and say this. I will say that as far as pure running ability and moves and shiftiness and breakaway speed, Barry Sanders all day.
Okay.
Blocking linebackers and blitzing linemen and
That's
protecting your
understood.
quarterback,
Barry's only 5'9".
Emmitt Smith.
And maybe 200.
Catching the ball out of the backfield,
Emmitt Smith. Yeah.
Emmitt Smith.
But Barry's a good pass catcher too.
But not as good as Emmitt.
No.
And the numbers don't lie. And then when you check the boxes, regular season MVP, Emmitt Smith. That was
Barry,
the quarterback.
I think, has 1 too.
That was the quarterback era.
That's true.
Emmitt has 4 rushing titles, beating Barry Sanders in the process to win said rushing titles.
No,
He's
Emmitt's
got a
Defensive
key.
Player of the Year, Super Bowl MVP.
He's done it.
Super Bowl-
He's checked
He has every box
freaking
we check
box.
as an NFL player. He's the greatest running back ever.
There's 3 positions in the NFL right now that are etched in stone. Brady
No, there
at
are
quarterback,
There are 4.
Emmitt at running back, Rice at wide receiver,
You could say
LT
Lawrence-
at
you could say
edge rusher. That's
Lawrence
the 4.
Taylor.
That's the 4. Safeties up for debate. Cornerbacks, even though I would say Dion. Nah, I'd say Dion. But that's even up for debate too, because some people there's different styles of corner. Dion,
Yeah, 'cause some people like Rod Woodson
and then
too,
some of that
you know?
exactly. But then some will
And-
say, "Oh, Revis has just shut you down." So there'll always be a debate. But you can't debate LT. You can't debate Jerry. You can't debate
Tom.
Emmett. You can't
Emmett,
debate Tom.
yeah,
I
yeah.
believe, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even though there are great guys at every position too, like a Montana who deserves respect, Barry Sanders who deserves respect, Moss, Tio. But those guys, there's something about those guys, you know. But yeah,
Once you get us, I mean, once we on that,
But I mean,
on that same wavelength.
that's talent by Detroit. You have a generational running back and receiver, and you cause them to retire early, both of them.
because
that's generational talent.
Detroit
by
was
Detroit.
always, I don't know, for some reason they were always that team that always put not to get further ahead. Even when they had,
even this era with Campbell.
I was just consider when they even had Calvin Johnson, and Matthew Stafford. They didn't build around those guys the way they should have built around those guys. All right, Calvin Johnson to me he wasted his career. He had a chance to be a free agent and go somewhere else, but he wasn't instead.
Yeah, and
Stafford was
then
like, bro,
retired.
peace out.
You
want to trade me? Please trade me.
Stafford was a good soldier who took it to the end, and thank God the Rams traded for him and gave him an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. He was never going to win in Detroit.
No,
Never.
that's what I'm saying. Because Calvin
And
Johnson.
Barry had an opportunity to go to the Miami Dolphins, but Barry hopped on a flight, went to London, and retired.
Yeah.
Michael Irvin had a saying: "If you don't want it bad enough, I don't want you to have it." And when it comes to the rushing record with Barry Sanders, if you didn't want it bad enough, I don't want you to have it. Do I think if you would have stayed and played, you might have been neck and neck with Emmett or past Emmett at the end? Yes. Possibility.
He was a spectacular runner.
But
He did
but
some
see, the
things,
thing too
man.
is with that
Yeah,
position
but hold
bro,
on.
and the rules wise.
But hold on, stat boy. If you want to talk about spectacular runners, then I could throw Tony Dorsett, I could throw Eric Dickerson, I could throw Gale Sayers, I could throw a couple others in there that were very LaDainian Tomlinson, along the same lines, very electrifying backs. They were electrifying. They were pretty runners. They were great runners. But at the end of the day, all the boxes like Emmett did. And Emmett checked all the boxes in order to be called a GOAT. You can't deny it. You cannot deny it.
It's amazing. You look at Emmett, but they don't look at Emmett like that all the time. Like with the media, it's like his name don't rarely comes up the way like how you say
Because he's a cowboy. That's what it is. Cowboys, they get the most love locally, but then they hate because they're just
Because they talk about Barry but there was no. Don't get me wrong, Barry was just one of those elusive running backs that it was like poetry in motion when you saw him run. You know what I'm saying? The way he used to just stop, cut, juke defenders,
he was spectacular.
got guys on basically falling down trying to stop him like that. So you don't get that when you hear about Emmett because they always be like, well, Emmett had one of the greatest O-lines. You had Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Darrell Johnson. It's almost like it was Emmett and the collective. So I guess I must see why they talk about Barry because where was Barry's help? Barry's basically doing
exactly.
Yeah,
All
he was
on his own.
Like who was his quarterback?
Pretty much.
I
couldn't tell you.
Emmett, exactly. Emmett had Troy Aikman.
I couldn't
You
tell
know what
you.
I'm saying? I remember the coach. I remember Wayne Fonts.
Yeah.
Herman Moore was on the team sometimes. So it was Emmett had that collective team.
Some of them
that
Detroit
great
teams that
team.
made the playoffs, there was a shocker how they made the playoffs. And
Yeah.
would compete with the Packers too.
And everybody know
Barry
what
was
he's
just
doing.
Great.
Everybody know what he was doing.
Run the
Guess
ball.
what? We running the ball. Barry,
Stop
you
it.
be and stop it.
Stop
that
it.
was it. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
So yeah, I get you, Dottie. I get you with that one.
Yeah, it's
but Emmett, I ain't never take nothing from Emmett now.
You can't.
But that was just
Emmett's impact for the Cowboys is crazy. The only only three running backs I could say have that sort of impact in the modern day, and I have to be McCaffrey, Barkley, and Derrick Henry. But McCaffrey, to be a receiving back and do what he does year after year, receiving the ball and running the ball, that's the type of impact. But he doesn't have the accolades of Emmett. But that's the type of impact we're talking about. And Derrick Henry and
Thurman Thomas was pretty decent for a minute there, too.
What was that?
Thurman Thomas from the
Thurman
Bills.
Thomas, yeah, man. The only thing, the blemish on Thurman Thomas is he went to 4 straight Super Bowl and lost all 4.
And who beat him in 2 of them?
Yeah, okay, yeah, everything good.
And who did we beat on the way to win those 2 Super Bowls?
Anyhow, did anybody watch that Denver Bronco game with Buffalo Bills?
Boy, listen here.
So Petty over here just want to try to rub it in, right?
Listen, my mission in this offseason, this long offseason, is to expose y'all for the frauds that y'all are, because for 31 long years, you all have been pointing the finger at the Dallas Cowboys saying we can't win no Super Bowl.
Because.
And for 32 years, you all are ringless yourself.
Because every year, Sancho, what we say every year from Cowboy fans?
It's our year.
This is our year.
And what does I jump up
All
and
right.
say as soon as y'all say that? Not effing me, okay? Because I got the t-shirt and I'm not delusional. So you can't heat me into that pile of people.
So we keep hearing that. We keep hearing that from y'all, all right?
No, not from them, not from
Okay,
me.
from them. Every year, all right? That's all we is here.
All y'all get from me when they say that, when they say that, what is it? The Eddie Murphy. There they go. There they go. That's all I say.
That's all we is here, right? But everything cool. We can see how I go, man. Listen, this could be a fun, interesting offseason if you ask me. Because how many coaches got fired? 10 coaches? Yeah. Almost a third of the league got fired in less than a week. When last have you all seen that?
Or Mike Tomlin stepping down, but yeah, the firings, these are overdue things that needed to happen.
And Leo B. and Muff with your stinking, dirty Pittsburgh Steelers neighbors.
Listen.
Welcome to the world of Mike McCarthy.
Welcome to hell.
With zero in-game adjustments. And a veteran defensive coordinator who can let up all kind of yards. And guess what? Y'all gonna run the ball on first down, y'all gonna run it on second, and y'all gonna pass it on third. And then y'all can get interested and y'all can pass it on first and then run it on second and third and long. And y'all can win in that division because the division's horrible and y'all can go to the playoffs if you're lucky. Playoffs.
Hold on, what? You said they'll win in our division?
Did Lamar get traded?
What? Lamar ain't going to no Vegas Raiders yet. I don't think it's happening.
I think Paul's forget that, or he just trying to be petty right now.
I think petty, man.
Pettiness to Leo, but no, don't even ever say they'll win in
The
our
Pittsburgh
division.
Steelers are finally going to have a losing season after how many years?
Absolutely.
19 years?
And who's to say Rodgers wants to come back and play with
Aaron
them?
Rodgers not going to come
Well,
back
he
with
ain't
Mike
coming back with
McCarthy as the coach.
I think
Aaron's gonna retire.
I think he should just retire.
He's just going to
at this
retire.
point.
Ever
'Cause you
LeBron
ain't-
should
you
have a
ain't winning
good...
no more.
This should be their last season for both of them.
Well, no,
Coming this
I
year.
wouldn't even say.
Because I don't see no...
Even say what's his name is LeBron of the NFL.
Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm not
Worse
saying
off.
he's not the LeBron.
Worse
I'm
off
just saying
because LeBron's done more.
those
but
two
yeah,
guys are
just,
ready.
yeah,
They
go.
played their
You've done
course.
what you've done, man.
And that's it. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go into overhaul because, number one, that's the most expensive defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
They ain't going to be paying all them brothers that.
TJ.
All right? I think TJ...
Minka got traded. Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey's going to be gone.
Yeah,
Okay?
he will.
I think he's not going to be.
Hayward.
Hayward?
Yeah.
Because remember, he was begging for a new
Release, I
contract.
think. Oh, no, yeah.
And I think they're going to be like, you know what, we can start cutting some of these brothers.
Got to.
Let's get this call in real quick. Yeah, Pittsburgh is going to be in disarray, okay? When I say disarray, you have to now look at rebuilding, which something which you didn't want to do because you've gotten rid of your coach. The whole entire coaching staff is going to be out of there in an exodus.
Yeah, Ohio State
everybody's gonna
took
be going.
Arthur Smith.
McCarthy's bringing in his guys.
Yeah, Arthur Smith just got signed, like you said, OC at
to Ohio State. So
Rodgers,
another year
so-
for us. Yeah. Laugh all you want. We still have.
Hold on. That stud wide receiver, you ought to hit the transfer portal mid-season because he ain't gonna catch no ball in Arthur Smith offense.
Go home.
Who's that?
Go to the U. Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah
Go
Smith,
back
yeah.
to Liberty City, Hialeah, wherever you want to go. Go to Biscayne Bay. I don't care. It doesn't matter. We still have a ring more recently than y'all in college.
Sancho, what about your new head coach in Baltimore? Though? I don't hear you talking much about
Minter,
it.
because I don't really like it like
you don't
that.
like Minter?
Oh,
no,
man.
I'm not.
Listen.
I'm
letting him come off like the wounded grizzly. He's had a lot to deal with. UM totally humiliated and punched Ohio State in the face, and then Baltimore, no fault of his own.
Yeah.
But that kicker took them for a loop at the end.
Oh, you want to have wordplay, huh? Oh, took him for a loop. You think you're slick? You're real slick with the mouth. I hear it. Yeah.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, son. Stick around one day, you'll get paid too.
But my thoughts on Minter are simple. I wanted an offensive guy like a because the offensive system on the whole will always be in place for a quarterback like Lamar. Even though Lamar and Minter have a good relationship, used to be a assistant. Now Minter, from what I've been hearing around the league, is one of those defensive minds, almost like a Mike McDonald, but not quite. I'm willing to give it a chance, but it's going to be a carousel at offensive.
You need a good
coordinator
offensive
every year.
coordinator to
But it's
get
gonna
us
be
there.
But it's going to be a carousel every year because you know why?
So why
If we
doesn't
have
he bring back Monken?
If we have because Monken's a Harbaugh guy.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, Monken had an
But so is this kid. He was a hardball guy too.
No, but Minter's going to get his guys. Harbaugh's already with the Giants. Monken's likely going to go. And Monken scored 500 points with us last year. That's incredible.
To think that McDermott is out of the league right now and can't get a coaching job is crazy.
No, I'd hire him as defensive coordinator right now, but he should get a head coaching job somewhere. I think Las Vegas has an opening. Hire him right now.
Vegas would be good because
Hire
he
him right
could
now.
take
Mendoza.
Dable. He could take Dable to be the quarterback whisperer for Mendoza.
No, but Dable looking to go back to Buffalo. Because he's who brought Josh Allen up to be as good as he is now.
Let him go there. Well, Josh Allen ain't all that good, so I wouldn't brag on Dable.
Josh
Allen cannot get it done in the playoffs. Y'all go crucify Dakota Rain Prescott for the same thing.
And Burrow and everybody else.
Guess what? Your white boy poster child got to have to take it to NFL. Sorry, let's get to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey,
Press
Tony.
box.
What's happening?
Yeah, I hear Stat Boy laugh just now when you said something about Baltimore, but and Stat Boy said he laughed. He said, "Is Lamar Jackson not in the division?" I will say something to you. Lamar Jackson is nearing the end of his time and his opportunity, my brother.
1 second. Stat Boy, before you get your feathers ruffled, Pearlie's not here. So Mystery can't throw Tua under the bus this week. And he already know he can't come when I'm talking no fool but Dak.
This is the same guy who said Herbert was one of his top 3 favorite quarterbacks.
Correct. Let him finish.
What I'm saying is, Lamar Jackson is nearing the end of his time. Him and Josh Allen. These fellas have opportunities upon opportunity.
What makes
to
you
get
think?
to where they need to be. Opportunity. Listen, Derrick Henry ain't getting no younger. When you have a running back like a Derrick Henry, a quarterback who is almost overrated like a Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is awesome, but he continues to fall short, my brother. Continues to fall short. How long is this going to last?
Is football a one-on-one game or is football a team game?
That don't make no sense.
Is football a team game?
These guys got to prove themselves. They got to show themselves approved for not only the kind of money they make, but the teams that they're playing for. And Lamar nearing the end of his time, my brother. I don't want him to end up like even a Dan Marino, the Miami Dolphins. At least he went straight to the big dance, but he didn't win it.
Because football is a team game. Look at the Miami Dolphins team compared to that 84 49ers team. Football is a team game. These guys, it's 11 on 11 out there. It's never, 1v1. And Lamar, why would they fire the head coach and bring in a new guy if they didn't have plans to keep Lamar Jackson, who's a top 3, top 2 quarterback in the NFL, fully healthy? Only one better is Mahomes, definitively. That's why. Because they're going to keep Lamar. I don't think there's any offer that'll make them move Lamar because Lamar is the guy they've committed to.
Yeah, but Lamar continues to fall short, my brother. He cannot step.
Okay, so what about your boy Justin Herbert? Does he continue to fall short, or is the team around him just not good enough for him to compete with?
Yeah, I agree with that also. I agree with you on that. But I'm speaking of this quality quarterback. Quality, like a Lamar Jackson. This boy quality. But come crunch time, he always falls short.
Lamar's made plenty of terrible turnovers and just has his team hasn't
it's not okay.
fully lost him.
It is not okay.
Did he miss a 45-yard kick? Did he drop a 2-point conversion in the snow? I mean, did he do these things?
Like I keep telling Pearlie, he's the leader. He's supposed to step up. He's supposed to be innovative. Like how Naughty is innovative with his shows. You understand? He's supposed to be innovative, creative. You understand?
Well, we'll see how it goes next year.
Because he's the leader. And that's why Tua is sitting on the bench today. You want that happen to Lamar, my friend?
No, absolutely
I don't
not.
think so.
But that's why we have to keep building in the offseason. We've got a new coach, a new system in there. I mean, that's what it is. We just have to keep on building while Lamar's in Baltimore.
Yeah, but
I know it'd be a mistake if you trade him.
Anyway, guys, you all have a good one.
Take your time, man.
I know it'd be a mistake if you trade him. You don't trade generational talent like Lamar. You got, in a league of 32 quarterbacks, they only talk about 5 as elite. You got Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Josh, and Stafford. That's the only 5 they usually talk about.
You could put Dak on the fringe of that 2 start-wise.
I know, I'm saying, yeah, but that's the ones you hear about, who they say is the elite, the top 5.
Yeah.
Right? So you to go to trade a Lamar Jackson right now, and like Sancho said, you're not going to get rid of the coach to get rid of the quarterback. You get rid of the coach because right now, that ain't working anymore. What he was listening to, the teams in. the players ain't listening. There might be a disconnect inside the locker room. So what you do? You can get rid of your best player. If that's the case, then you trade Lamar and keep the coach. The same thing in Buffalo. To me, Josh Allen, they rely so much on Josh Allen to do everything. He really supposed to be the Superman like Carolina. You can't do that. It's 11 on 11. Offense and defense.
Thank you.
Okay? Your offense can be elite and your defense is crap. We just saw that happen with us last week against Seattle and vice versa.
Speaking
All
of,
right?
we gotta talk about these championship games. We gonna pick them or what?
We gotta pick them right now.
We gotta pick them.
And
boy.
We gotta get to that
because 11 on 11. It's football's a team game.
It's a team game.
That's
It's the
what makes
ultimate
it so
team
captivating
game.
because you have to put egos at the door.
Yeah.
Check egos at the door. Know your role. Do your
Another-
job to the
and
fullest,
see,
and win as a team.
It's very rare. Like every now and then, you love a team that comes out like a 2000 Baltimore Ravens, where their defense is dominated. So they,
You know who could
don't
have been
get
that
that
this
every
year? The team that could have been that this year if had CJ not been gambling.
Oh, it was the
Houston.
Texans.
But he gambled.
Texans.
I mean, I don't know.
CJ's.
That was horrible.
His rookie year 2 years ago was his best year so far.
But he let it get to his head. He started
Yeah.
talking about I had a top
Yeah.
5 year. Now that he was on pace to get a $300 million extension. Now he's got to go prove it.
You know what I'm
But,
saying? So
yeah, let's
listen,
talk
man,
these championship games though.
Because
This is
that's
gonna
what
be
football is all
a
about, bro.
good day to day. I think we're gonna have good games in both unless Stidham just completely.
No, I think.
But I think he could. I think he could do all right.
Not Big V. What's his name again? Sean
Payton.
Sean Payton. I think he has a game plan for him. But my thing is though, like I said with Sean Payton, I think to me, I just being petty here. I think ever since what he did to Russ, I don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's how I
Might
feel
be
about
karma.
that.
Might
Yeah,
be
like
get
the
back.
karma just gonna come back. And when I saw as hurtful as I saw what happened to Bo Nix last week,
Yeah,
I was like,
feel
you know what,
bad.
Bo,
You know
Sean Payton.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sins of the father fall on the son.
Exactly,
The
you know
coach
what I'm
fall on
saying?
the player.
That's your karma
But,
right there, bro. Like
you know,
you had the footstep of getting to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, and boom, this guy got
Suffering
injured
like
out for
that.
the year.
You know, another one of them crazy stats I saw and I just realized: every coach in these conference championships is either named Sean or Mike.
I saw that too.
McVay, Vrabel, McDonald, and then Peyton. That's
Yep,
crazy.
that's
man.
crazy.
Just Sean or Mike.
All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get the picks going on. Just let me remind everybody, though. All right, we taking action at Green Parrot and Margaritaville, PI. Both the AFC and NFC championship games will be available for you there with Bud Light specials, wing specials, and menu specials. And, of course, both locations will be doing a Super Bowl party. But we got the next 2 weeks to let you know it's all going down. Also, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, big sponsor of the Press Box. They're having that huge Super Bowl party at the Cricket Club. Tailgating straight through the game and straight through post game. All right, live performances is going to be off the chain. And like I said, Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, they're going to have great drink specials going on galore. And if you're going to bet the Super Bowl, you're going to bet your AFC, NFC championship games, you're going to bet your Super Bowl, then there's only one place to do it, the Odds and Game. Simply log on to theoddsandgame.com. Check out their sports book. Multiple ways to play, multiple ways to win. All right, live in-game betting, single game parlays, multiple play parlays. All right, running parlays. The list goes on and on. So be sure to check them out and play and win with the Odds and Game. The game you know, the friends you trust, and the Odds and Game always reminds you to play responsibly. All right, so here we go. First game, 3 p.m. this afternoon. Patriots 14-3, taking on the Broncos 14-3 in Denver. New
Really
England
feels
3.5 point favorites. Over for the game, 43.5. Money
Feels
line
like-
Denver plus 170.
I feel like I'm back in 2016 and I'm in the third grade again. Patriots and Broncos, like old rivalries back.
8-0 on the road.
Yeah,
Listen,
they are undefeated on the road.
I looked at the Patriots 8-0 on the road. They're the better team on paper. They're the less injured team. But something jumped out to me. The injury to Harold Landry and one of the cornerbacks is glaring on that defense. Harold
For
Landry's
New
not,
England?
for New England. He's not going to play today.
That's rough.
Now he's a disruptor playing with a second string quarterback that could have caused some havoc.
Yeah, but
I'm looking at Stidham, and Stidham might be cool hand Luke in the sense that he might be that backup that could come in and play one good game for you and get you to
this
where you
might
need to be.
this. But I don't think he's a Nick Foles type because I saw that Nick Foles tweet. Nick Foles had been starting for years prior and had a 7-touchdown game.
I just
Stidham
think
had
that
been a career backup.
the difference in this game is the offense. Josh McDaniels and Vrabel defensively have been there under
With
Belichick.
the MVP candidate, May.
They've won before in these kind of situations, and I
Yep.
think the key element to the Patriots today is quietly over the last 4 games, nobody's
Stevenson?
noticed Ramondre Stevenson
I
with,
like it.
with a
I
ton
hear
of
it.
rushing yards, like 400 rushing yards, 5 or 6 touchdowns, and he's got over 200 yards receiving out of the backfield.
And then the pop, when Henderson, you could go to Henderson all
And if
times.
it gets into a running game, then Henderson gives you the opportunity for the big
And
play.
obviously, you've got Diggs, who's the veteran leader, heart and soul of guys like Keyshawn Booty, what's his name?
So-
Demario Pop Douglas.
What I'm gonna,
Yeah.
what I'm gonna tell you folks out there, this is what Uncle Naughty will do. I'm gonna take the Broncos in the 3.5 points because I think it's a tight game.
I think they cover that, but you
I'm
got the
picking
Pats
the
to win.
Patriots to win the game outright, and I like the over in this of 43.5. Surprisingly, this is gonna go over.
I do too. Broncos always keep it close. I want to take the Patriots and the over, but I don't hate you having the Broncos cover the 3.5, but I got the Patriots to win today. And the Evil Empire is back in the Super Bowl, which is, I never thought I'd be saying it this year.
It's possible.
I mean, it's crazy.
I wasn't expecting a 46 blowout last week with that game.
But I think what we get to do is exercise some demons of the Super Bowl when you look at the NFC Championship game, because I have the Seattle Seahawks winning that game, and that'll make up a Seattle New England reunion in the Super Bowl.
I like that.
And maybe we won't have no brain dead play callers from Seattle. What his name was, Darrell Bevel.
The NFL always wins with their
To call up
storylines.
that dodo play of passing the
'Cause
ball
think
instead
about
of
it.
running Marshawn Lynch.
Think about it. I've got Seattle too. They had the best scoring defense in the NFL. I still think Houston had a better defense, but Seattle's defense ain't no joke. They're coached up well by my boy Mike McDonald. But the NFL is always going to win with their storylines. If you get the Seahawks versus the Patriots, 11-year rematch, all the history and tension with that. If you get Patriots Rams, that's part 3. The Patriots already beat them twice. May and Stafford are the 2 presumptive MVP favorites. Who will win that? Who will win the Super Bowl? The NFL is always going to win with their story. If you get the Broncos and the Rams, that's the first time they ever play. Broncos Seahawks, remember what the Seahawks did to them too. So it's almost perfect for the NFL, but I got the Patriots as a lock, and I got the Seahawks to win today. But
I
it's
like the
gonna
Seahawks minus the 2.5.
This is going to be a game because every Rams-Seahawks game this year has
And
been
watch
amazing.
the over. There was a huge scoring output, and there was a low scoring game. I like the over 45 in this one as well too.
I'm going to give it to the Rams, though. I think
I don't hate it.
I think it's going to come down to the quarterback play.
Well, you know that division better than
and
anybody
that's why
else.
I said it right. So I think, like I said, the last game that was that fluke.
I think where they get it
conversion.
done. I think where they get it done is the Rams have been susceptible to the run. I think a steady dose of Kenneth Walker exposes the secondary in Los Angeles, which is suspect, which is their Achilles
It
heel.
makes them bring a safety down. They can
And
beat you with
I'm
JSN
telling you
over the
right
top.
now, he hasn't done much for the regular season, but Cooper Kupp quietly is making plays in the postseason. Be
'Cause
very
he'd been there
careful.
before.
Be very careful
He
if
had the
Cooper
greatest
Kupp
season
don't
ever.
show out today and pull off something, pull one out of his sleeve. All right.
I wouldn't be surprised at that.
I like the Seahawks in this
I
one,
just
but
see, like I said,
but
it's just coming down to
Stafford,
that
Nakua,
quarterback. Yeah. And like I said, if Devontae Adams wasn't playing, remember because he was injured a few weeks
It'd
ago,
be different,
It'd have
but
been
that he's
different.
playing,
But when he's playing,
I don't hate it.
Always somehow, some way, be that sneaky foot.
yeah, but he was a non-factor last week. Let's be honest.
He was a non-factor, but
No, he had clutch plays.
He
and
had that clutch play,
moments.
that clutch voice
catch at
down in
the end.
overtime.
Yeah,
That looked like a little out of bounds to me too. But
Nah,
anyway.
he was in bounds.
He was
The
it.
snow, the
You know what I'm
snow was on
saying?
the field.
That's
That's
the
probably
thing with Devontae Adams too. And then with Higbee and the other tight end,
Parkinson.
that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's what they
Kyron running the ball and Corum splitting it in good. They've got an offense.
That's
man.
why I
If
say
Stafford
it's
can
going to
show
come
up
down to the
today-
quarterback play. So
Should be some exciting
Sam
games today.
Darnold is up. If Sam Darnold is out of the word game,
I don't
for them to win.
think Seattle's gonna have any snow or anything like
No,
that.
no.
So bit of more LA climate what they're used to. But hey,
It's
this is
dome.
gonna be no. They don't have a dome. They have the open roof, but
Yeah,
like
the
it's
roof.
built up.
All
like,
right.
over the stands because that's how they increase their decibels and their noise.
Right.
That's how they design that stadium. It's gonna be loud. If they force the Rams to take timeouts early, it could be interesting. But that's gonna be one of the best championship games in a while.
We got to get to the break. Good stuff, guys, man. Appreciate
right.
you, Mega. Appreciate you, Star Boy. Pearly will be back next week. And, of course,
Big up, Purdy.
like I said, enjoy your football games today. Margaritaville, Green Park, 2 great options to take them in. And make sure you're drinking Bud Light. And don't forget that huge Bud Light Super Bowl party at the Cricket Club Super Bowl Sunday, all right? For Star Boy, for Mega, for Pearly, this is your boy Naughty. We'll see you next week right here on the Press Box.
All right.
Naughty back at you with my NFL, AFC, NFC Championship game picks, all brought to you by the Island Game. That's where we're playing and winning all season long. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot and Margaritaville PI. That's where we're taking in all the action straight through until the Super Bowl. Great beer specials, Bud Light, wing specials, and 2 off-the-chain menus at both venues. And we're also being brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. And of course, it's all about Bud Light's monster Super Bowl party at the Cricket Club Super Bowl Sunday. All right, here's who I like in the AFC. I like the New England Patriots over the Denver Broncos. Big quarterback injury, Bo Nix, broken ankle in the divisional round. Jared Stidham now at quarterback for the Denver Broncos. The Patriots are the better team on paper. They're the healthier team right now. Mike Vrabel, with his experience under Belichick, knows how to win these tight games. I like the Patriots 20 over the Broncos. To the NFC side, big NFC West matchup revisited again for the 3rd time this year. The Rams, Los Angeles Rams, on the road taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle has a great defense. They got the 12th man, and the offense is now starting to click. The Rams will put up points, but their defense has been suspect. So I'll take the Seattle Seahawks at home in a tight one over the Los Angeles Rams, 24-23. And if you're playing it with the island game, take the over of 46. All right, that's my AFC and NFC championship game picks for this week. I'll see you next week for my Super Bowl predictions, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light.
So, who do the Patriots play in Super Bowl 60, Chris?
The Los Angeles Rams.
Who makes Super Bowl 60, TJ Jefferson?
The Inglewood Rams.
The AFC participant?
I
only asked him who do the Patriots
Yeah,
play because I'm assuming he's not taking Denver.
You know what, man?
Definitely not.
The AFC participant, unfortunately, Rich, I hate to say it.
Is?
What team do you think would hurt me the most to say?
I don't know. I mean, the Patriots really hurt you? What does it matter?
That means he's going to be happy and talking a lot. But unfortunately, I think the Pats are going.
Okay. I'm leaning in that direction, too.
I'm not happy about it.
I'm leaning in that direction as well.
Rams, Patriots, or?
Well, I mean, I had the Rams winning it all. So I know that sounds like a cop-out in something like this, because why wouldn't I now look at the way the Seahawks have been playing, what happened the last time they played, what happened the last 2 times they played? It could go in any direction.
Two teams kind of trending in the opposite directions, really. I mean, the Rams.
I don't know about that. The Rams
should have lost last week.
Oh, I mean, the Bears should have lost last week, too. I mean, the only team that you look at, give me a division game other than the Seattle game where it's like, wasn't a full-on coin flip about the way things could have gone.